What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, June 15, 2016, and I'm trying to get Grant out the door so I can make it to work relatively on time today. We got to make a trip to the bank and get some money for this week's daycare and activity fees. And yeah, let's check in with the Ethereum report, shall we? Well, there you have it. Miners 1, 2, and 3 are currently offline. The reason for that is they lost internet connection and due to circumstances outside of my control. So I'm working on a backup solution for in the event that happens, because we need to keep these babies pumping and running and rocking, running and gunning. So yeah, so they were offline for, it'll probably be about 12 to 14 hours. And yeah, that's not good. So I'm excited though, almost to 1 Ether. So headed into work. Yesterday we had some contractors come in and they did a little bit of work. I think I mentioned it yesterday. And I have a bunch of switches and hardware and stuff that I need to catalog and inventory. And then I can start racking and stacking it. Yeah, so I think that's about it. And we had a massive storm last night, like really loud thunder. It was really cool. Didn't wake Grant or the dog up, but definitely woke me up. So that's about it. Stay tuned for more. All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm just getting out of work for the day, and I'm stopping to get the car washed and stopping to grab some gas. And the car said, well, earlier it said it was 94 degrees. Now it's saying 87 degrees, maybe because I'm in the shade. But it's a good day today. I earned my first full unit of Ether, or Ethereum. So I got a confirmed payout now of over 1.0 Ether. And I'm excited. So they pay out in 0.1 increments. And yeah, so... Oh, and I got a couple more miners up and running. So you'll see more about that tomorrow on tomorrow's Ether reports. I've determined that I'm only going to do those reports once a day and probably in the morning. It'll be easier. They take a lot more work to build those custom little fucking clips or whatever. And if I do it in the morning, it makes it easier for me to figure out where it goes in the timeline for video clips and all that stuff. So today's activity you'll see on tomorrow morning's Ether reports. Yeah, so I'm trying to ramp up production so I can get to like 1 Ether per day. So that's just a weird goal that I have, but I think if I add, right now I have 5 miners running. If I add a 6th, I think that would get me up to right around one Ether a day. Had an issue with network connectivity, and my 3 miners were down for like almost 16 hours. So that kind of hurt me, but whatever. Nature of the beast with my setup. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. And what else? Yeah, so I just got to get some gas, get this car dried off, get on the road. So the car is now clean. I have a full tank of gas and it's already 5:35. I'm probably only about 3 stoplights from work towards home. So I'm not going to be home for probably another hour. Hopefully sooner than that. But just trying to think of what I want to do with my evening. And I did a shoot back in March for one of my old coworkers, kind of as a favor. She had this idea of a concept that she wanted to do, and I had told her like a year or almost 2 years prior that I would just do it for her because I didn't know how it would turn out. So I did the photo shoot pro bono for her and her daughter. Her daughter's like Grant's age, and it was really nice. It really turned out well. That was back in March, pretty close to like a week or two before Shutterfest. So I never, I processed her images and got them to her pretty quick, but I never like finished it completely, I guess. So I might work on knocking hers out. Her image, I think she only wants me to do one more image, so like basically just turn one into black and white. So I got to get that done. I still got to finish those boudoir images that Luke just kind of whatever. Luke and Ashley didn't give a shit about. So still got to do those. I should just probably, I was going to do some like really cool stuff with them or something. I should just export them and just give them to the girl. And then I guess I could start going through some more of the other Shutterfest images and stuff. I don't know what I want to do. It's so hot out. So in the sun, it's telling me it's 92 degrees. So I don't really want to do anything outside. I was talking to my dad today. My mom went in for an angiogram, and I guess they had to put a stent in one of her arteries. So my mom isn't going to be home tonight. She's going to be staying overnight at the hospital, but I guess everything's okay. Everything's going well. And I don't know, it almost seemed like she knew that something was going to go on or something. Like last night she packed an overnight bag for her appointment today. So I don't know, maybe she knew more than she let on, or I don't know. But I'm just hoping everything's okay. So talking with my dad a few times today, he said that she's doing well. She was just getting assigned her room for the night, and he was going to stop home, pick up some stuff, and then go back out there by her. So like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my evening. So I'm gonna maybe work on some images. There's a couple of car videos that I wanted to make that's just with, on some topics about some stuff that's been on my mind. There's like this big epidemic where like people are selling their old junk parts for really good money, and then other people are getting pissed like when they get them and they're not, the parts are basically junk. So I got scammed or played the same way. So I just figured I'd make a video kind of talking about it and stuff, maybe for new car owners to basically beware of what they're buying. Everyone's trying to look for a deal, but depending on the parts or what you're buying, it's worth buying new rather than, risking good money just to save a few bucks on used parts. So I got burned on some intercoolers that I bought. They leaked. I don't know what else. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with these graphics cards and stuff. I might order another couple more. I gotta see how much money I have. So I already invested a little over $1,000, I'd say. So I bought 5 cards for 5 miners, and then I bought a power supply to power those 5 cards, as well as a bunch of adapter cables. So probably about $1,200 into it so far. So if I went with another couple cards, that's $1,500-1,600 bucks. And that's more of just like an investment. So that money isn't like totally lost that I invested. It's in hardware, so I could always resell or sell back the hardware, or even potentially return it, and probably get at least half the money back. So if each card was $200, I could probably easily get $100 per card back. So it is what it is. That's not too bad. you know, I've been studying this Ethereum stuff now for probably about a week, and they're literally calling it Bitcoin 2. And I guess the way it's set up, the way it's structured, Bitcoin has a lot of limitations, and Ethereum addresses those limitations or handles them by doing things differently but better. So it could become a legit currency. So it's been around for it's been around for probably almost 9 months, and every 2 months it's doubled in value. So like I said before, if I can shoot for my goal of mining 1 Ether per day, do that for a few months, or at least as long as I can, then what it comes down to is, you know, I could, you know, like I said, like a $1,500 investment. If it goes up to, let's say, $100 per unit, we're talking some serious money. We're talking upwards of $10,000 or more for a $15,000 investment. But likewise, it could all tank and whatever. But like I said, I still have the hardware, so it's not like if the value drops or whatever, I'm like completely out of that money. I still own the hardware. So it is what it is. Doing it yourself is a lot more work and you know, maintenance and whatever, but you know, I think it's better to do it yourself rather than spend money on like a online mining service or whatever. So yeah, apparently I just want to hear myself talk today, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do a screen recording or something of me editing some photos tonight or whatever, and yeah, so why not, right? So see you out there.